Hello, Stephanie here from spiritualbossbabe.com and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am so excited to share a lot of magic on here with you and to just use this platform as a new creative outlet for myself. I've been making a ton of videos in my Facebook group, my Spiritual Boss Babes group on Facebook for the last few years, and I've been really wanting to venture out into YouTube world, so here I am. If you're in my group, awesome. Thank you so much for finding me on here and hopefully subscribing to my channel. And if you're new to me, welcome. I'm so excited to have you here and to share lots of magic with you. My name is Stephanie Bellinger, aka the Spiritual Boss Babe, and I am here to help you manifest a life and a business that sets your soul on fire and really just step fully into who you truly are so that you can experience more magic, major quantum leaps, and just miracles in everyday life. So in this video, I kind of want to just riff on how to grow your spiritual business, how to turn your gifts into gold, get your message out there, and make the impact and the income that you truly desire from your soul's work. So I don't even know where to start, but I'm going to start with my own journey and my own experience because I know that you'll probably be able to see yourself in some of what I share from my experience. So I've been on my entrepreneurial journey for a very long time. I've been an entrepreneur basically since birth, or rather an artist since birth. I believe that as spiritual entrepreneurs, we are essentially artists. Like our business, our purpose is an expression of our soul channeling through our physical vessel, and it's our art. So my journey began a long time ago, and I've had many business ventures, and I've always felt this pull to follow my passions and to live out my purpose and to live life on my own terms, do what I fucking love, and just create my dream life. And this burning desire actually stemmed from a very dark period in my life. I was 14 years old, and around that time is actually when I started really getting into spirituality and mysticism and crystals and energy and seeing 1111 all the time. And it was a really dark time in my life, to be honest with you. I was actually in a very abusive relationship from 14 to 20. And it's that was a really long time at vital years of my life that I was literally in a living hell. It was a mentally, physically, sexually abusive relationship. And I had to really learn how to build myself back up and leave that toxicity and just go follow my dreams. So once I exited that relationship and was really building myself up and developing my spiritual practice, I'll share another video more about that because there's so much in that story that so many things that I've learned. But from after that experience, I just had this burning desire in me to make the rest of my life the fucking best of my life and to just follow my dreams and follow my passions. And it didn't look super clear back then. It shifted many times. I started with being a makeup artist around that time-ish, and then it transitioned to a bunch of other things that I'm not going to get totally into all of that in this video. You'll probably hear me talking about a lot of these stories if you end up watching my videos or if you've seen my videos or listened to my podcast, but I want to keep this focused on how you can create your spiritual business, and I'll get to the part where how I created my spiritual business. So a few years ago, I was maybe 4 years ago now, I was going through this transition phase from personal training and doing my personal training business to spiritual coaching or mindset, manifestation coaching, and helping people in the way that I help them now. But I've been on this journey for a long time and learning a lot of things from past mistakes and just things that didn't end up, panning out the way that I wanted to. I learned a lot of things. And so my first venture into being self-employed was with my personal training business. And that also was because fitness and working out and all that stuff was actually my first taste of personal development, and it really transformed my life. I started and maybe spiritual growth, or my spiritual practice came a little bit before that, but it was the fitness that really like catapulted me into building confidence and just feeling more connected to myself. So that was my first venture into self-employment. And I became obsessed around that time. It's actually really funny because before I became a personal trainer, I literally was, I wanted to make YouTube videos, and I was like, I just want to make videos and inspire people and help people. And at that time I wanted to help them with fitness. I never actually ended up like going all in on a YouTube channel back then, but now here we are. But so I wanted to make videos and help people in a massive way, but I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know what it looked like, but I knew that's what I wanted to do. I needed to get my message out there. And maybe you can relate. Maybe you felt this pull to make an impact, to share your message, to express the things that you've learned, or maybe you've already been doing that, or maybe you're like, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do, but I know that it's something. It doesn't matter where you are. Just keep watching and keep going on the journey, keep staying on the journey and shining your light. So around that time when I was like, wanting to do YouTube and like be a personal trainer, I became a personal trainer, finally took the venture into self-employment, and it was a lot of mindset work around that I had to do. And that's actually what led me to doing what I do now, because during that first venture of self-employment, I was like having doubts coming out of the woodworks, fear, am I going to be able to like keep it up? What if I run out of money? All this stuff was going on through my head. And I was like, oh my God, I need to really learn how to master my mindset and master manifestation so that I can understand how to continue to expand my impact, my income, and all that stuff. And so I was following the path and following where my soul was pulling me to do. And eventually, long story short, I was just like, after like studying and learning about, okay, how do I grow a business online? How do I create an online course? How do I stand out? How do I get my message out there? I was learning all of these things and watching videos like this and, listening to podcasts and, all this stuff I was obsessively learning. If you're like me, you know what I'm talking about. I was like obsessively learning. And I eventually reached this place of, okay, I am going to bring people together who are like me, spiritual boss babes. I'm going to bring people together, and I'm just going to help them in ways that I've helped myself. And so that is first takeaway number one, is that if you are wanting to grow your spiritual business in the online space specifically, you are essentially helping people with like in ways that you have helped yourself. You have a process or a way, a method of how you got to where you are, or what has helped you specifically on your journey. And that is what you are going to be sharing with other people. This is my little fur baby, Phoebe. She just loves to come make cameos in my videos. So you're probably going to get used to seeing her if you watch my channel. And I'm not even going to try to hide her because she's just going to do it anyway. So anyway, back to what I was saying. You have a theme and a process and a method of how you got to where you are. And so it's important to extract what that is and also understand, okay, what do I want to help people with and who do I want to help? When I first started my spiritual business, my Spiritual Boss Babe brand, I knew that I finally came to this place of realization intuitively that I need to bring people together, other spiritual entrepreneurial women, and this is what I want to help them with. I want to help them build massive confidence. I want to help them get their message out into the world. I want to help them manifest a life and business that freaking sets their soul on fire. And so I didn't know how it all looked, but I knew what I wanted to do essentially in the form of helping them, and I became okay with letting my purpose expand as I expanded. And that's okay for you too. As you grow and as you continue to expand, your purpose is going to maybe shift and evolve. Before I did this, I was doing the fitness. Before I did that, I was doing something else. it expanded as I grew. And I think that a lot of people get hung up on, I don't know what my purpose is, or how do I actually do all this, or how do I put all this together, and I don't know, and like you get caught up in the how and the trying to figure it all out. And the thing is, it's not all going to make sense or look super clear, especially in the beginning. And you've got to learn how to follow your intuition with it and bring it down to, okay, who do I want to help? What do I want to help them with? What is lighting me up right now? And show up every freaking day. That's one thing. Like, if I could give the top advice on how to stand out and how to grow your impact and your spiritual business in the online space, is to be freaking consistent. Have a way to show up and share your message and share really valuable content and just share who you are, like, consistently. And I'm not talking like once every other week. I'm talking like on a daily basis or a few times a week at least. And this can be anything from whatever medium you like to use. There's no rules. And I want to really just like throw this out there first, because I know for me, I used to get hung up on, oh my God, like how do I do this? Or how many times should I post this? Or should I be on this platform? Or should I be on that platform? Or, how do I make my course in this way? And blah, blah, blah. And I mean, I teach a lot more of this, by the way, in some of my programs in my Spiritual Boss Babe Academy. But I want you to realize that there's not one way that you need to do anything. There's not one secret strategy. There is your way that feels aligned, but you've got to show up. So choose a platform or a way that you like to show up that resonates for you, whether it's writing, whether it's video, whether it's audio, and be consistent. I like to create a consistent chunk of content, and I don't create like a month of content ahead of time when I'm sharing my message and everything. That's just not my style. But I like to create like a main form of content, like video, for example. This would be like a main piece of content that I can do a lot of other things with. Or audio, I can do a lot of things with it. Or maybe if you are into writing, you focus on writing a really epic piece of content that speaks soul to the people that you're serving. So know who you're serving, know what you want to help people with. Obviously, it's something that's already in you, your own spiritual gifts, your own secret sauce. You have that within you already. You don't need to learn how to do that. It's part of you, and you're gonna continue to keep on learning and growing your skills and getting better at the things that you do no matter what. So you don't need to be perfect. You've just got to start and take messy action and let it come out of you. Let your message come out of you. Yet let your gifts, your magic, your energy come out of you to serve other people. Be consistent with showing up and being of service and showing lots of value and being authentic. So going back to my story as I flow through this with you, is I didn't know how it was all going to look in the beginning, but I'll give you a little insight. When I first started my Facebook group, which that was like my main platform where it blew up really fast. But the first year that I started my Facebook group and started showing up online, and I'm not telling you that it's going to take a year, by the way. There's no rules for how long or how fast like it can happen, like for you to take your business to the next level, or make the impact that you want, or make the money that you want. But for me, the first year, I was really nervous. I was afraid to make offers. I had a lot of mindset things to work through. That's why I help people with reprogramming your mindset and shifting your energy, because seriously, growing your spiritual business is 99% energy and like 1% strategy, or throw out the percentages. It's energy first and aligned strategy. So for me, I didn't know how it all looked. That first year went really slow. I was afraid to make offers, but I still showed up and I still gave value, and I still was kind of trying to figure things out and figure out what to offer. And, then eventually I started making offers and creating little mini programs and stuff like that. and working on my crystal jewelry and just being consistent and showing up, and started getting more and more comfortable making offers, teaching people different things around money manifestation, around growing their audience, around mindset and shifting your mindset. I started creating different offers and programs and sharing them with the community that I was building. And around when that first year or so, my community, my online community, had around 1,000 or 2,000 people in my Facebook group specifically. And after that year, it was like a tipping point. And this is what happens. And this is why I always tell people that consistency is number one, because there's going to be a tipping point. And like I said, there's no time frame. There's going to be a tipping point of your impact, your income. It's going to just be this snowball effect, but it comes from consistency first, and deciding that it's already done, deciding that you already have the success that you truly or deciding that you're already impacting hundreds, thousands, millions of people, deciding that you are already making the money that you want. Like, it's already done, and reality just needs to catch up to you. So when you work from that mindset, or from that place, then things will happen a lot faster. So for me, after that first year of growing my community, and believe me, I had so many moments of feeling like, oh my God, this is taking forever. I was struggling, and I went from literally being self-employed, making 6 figures with my personal training business, by the way, to basically falling flat on my face. Everything seemed to crumble beneath me as I was shifting directions and feeling pulled towards something else. And I felt like a huge failure for a while, because I went from that to struggling to get by, to barely making any money, to working at 2 side jobs again, teaching fitness and bartending. And I was sleeping on an air mattress. I had a crappy car. It was like this whole bleh. And I had to build myself back up. And during that time is when I started, just showing up and being as if, and knowing that, okay, this is only temporary. I know that things are going to take off, because I just know it. And I know that you know that too, or you wouldn't even be watching this video. You wouldn't even be thinking about growing your business, or maybe you already have been growing your business and you want to take it to another level. You already know that you're capable of it. It's just a matter of removing any resistance that's in the way and getting out of your head and staying in your heart. So after that first year for me, or so, my group started to grow by thousands of people really quickly. And now, my Facebook group has over 30,000 women. My podcast has hundreds of thousands of downloads, and it just started spiraling into reaching more people because of my consistency, and being able to make create a multiple 6-figure business over the last 2 years. And before that, while I was going through this growth phase, it felt like, oh my God, it's taking forever. I feel like I should be so much further along. And you know what really helped me get over that? Just realizing that there is no there. And I really want to drive this point home for you, because it's going to be a game changer for you. There is no there. There's only here and now. And if you're like, oh my God, I'm not there yet, I want to, make more money, and it's okay to have desires, but if you keep putting it out into the future and thinking, I can't wait till I get there, it's literally, that creates so much resistance, and it keeps you in this cycle. And I realized that for myself, that because I was unhappy with the journey, there were points where I was impatient and unhappy with where I was actually staying in that cycle longer. And I reached this place of deciding, you know what? There's no there, there's only here, and I create my own success from the inside out. And so that helped me show up in a more powerful way within myself, feel more empowered, and just the energy of that really shifted my business, shifted my income, shifted everything. So just take that in, because that's going to be something that really, really helps you on your journey growing your spiritual business. There is no one size fits all. There's your way. Know who you're serving. Know what you want to help people with. Be fucking consistent and make offers. the last little piece is like, make offers consistently. Make offers for your services, for your coaching, for your healing, for your online programs, for whatever it is. Make offers consistently from a place of knowing that your shit is freaking awesome and knowing that you can help people in such a massive way. Make offers in a way that feels really aligned for you and coming from this place of like abundance, because that's another thing. And I can riff on this forever. And literally this is like everything I talk and teach about, like energy and mindset and how to grow your business. But if you're coming from this place of, I need clients, or I need to make this happen, or I need to do this, and it's like, or this like impatient energy, that can be felt. So you want to really practice operating from already being there, already making the impact, the income that you desire, and showing up as that version of yourself who already has a freaking wait list of clients, who already has sold out programs, who already is like totally in her power, who's a best-selling author, speaking on stages. You want to show up as that version of yourself. I promise you, your business will blow the fuck up once you do that and continue to do that. And so, that's what I did. I just kept showing up, kept doing the inner work, and, creating things that lit me up, sharing things that lit me up, creating things that solved a problem that really helped people, but most importantly, that lit me up. Because, some people will say, oh, you gotta, make sure it's what your audience wants. And yeah, like that's part of it. But if you're only doing something because you think other people want it or need it, and not because it's lighting you up, then what's the point? Do what lights you up, and just go all in with sharing your message and spreading your message like wildfire, and knowing that you're going to reach this point where things snowball, and before you know it, your income's going to quantum freaking leap, your impact is going to quantum leap, you're going to be it's going to be mind-blowing for you, and it's going to continue to be as you continue to up level, because every time we reach another level, there's another devil, so they say. Every time we reach another level, there are new things that come up, mindset-wise and energy-wise, that you're probably going to need to, move out of the way so that you can allow yourself to be magnetic to what it is you're calling in and creating in your next phase. And last but not least, you need to just continue to invest in yourself and learn and grow. I would never be where I am now if I didn't invest in myself, if I didn't hire a coach, if I didn't take programs, if I didn't go to events, if I didn't join masterminds. I'm not saying that I didn't learn a lot before I did all of that. I know there's YouTube University and podcasts, and I learned enough to get me to a certain point. But like ultimately what helped me really quantum leap was hiring coaches, and it was really scary for me at first too, especially when I made like even bigger investments for me at that time. It was, I was nervous, but it was so worth it, because you know what happens when you invest in yourself, especially when it's like, really stretches you. What happens is like you are saying to the universe, like, I'm ready for my next level. And yeah, this scares me, but I trust that it's all going to work out. I trust and I know that I'm worthy of it. Investing in yourself, especially when it stretches you, is like you saying, no, I'm claiming this. I am worthy of it. I know this is going to help me. And that's what happened for me. It was like this huge shift every time I invest in myself. It's like this up level. It's this up level and this shift that happens where it's like I'm deciding I'm ready for my next level. I'm deciding that this is what I'm available for and this is what I'm not available for. And so these are just some tips, mindset, energy, and action-wise, that will help you grow your spiritual business in the online space. I can make a ton more videos about this. I don't want this to go on too long, but I'm going to be making more videos, not just about business, because I'm all about the energy piece of it mostly, and helping you step into who you really are, because that is ultimately what's going to create your success and abundance and fulfillment and freedom in life, is stepping into the truth of who you are, being super confident to show up, owning your gifts, learning how to just like make anything happen that you can possibly dream of. So I hope this was super helpful to you, and like, keep shining and showing up and sharing your gifts. You are put on this planet for a reason. You deserve to be, do, and have anything and everything that you desire. And you are meant to share your gifts. You are meant to make an impact, and you are meant to make a lot of money doing what you love and just being yourself. Seriously. So keep shining. I love you so much. I hope this was super, super helpful to you. Please let me know what your big takeaway was, or if you have any other questions, maybe I can answer them in a future video. Let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel, because I have so much more magic in store for you. I hope you have a magical day, and I will see you soon.